What's up, guys? Welcome back. So pretty much, guys, I've been in the garage just trying to figure out what's the next move for the all-wheel drive EK. And I finally made the move yesterday and finally got off my ass, I guess you can say. I made the drive down like 45 minutes and I ended up picking up a brand new alternator. It is an OEM alternator. It is a Denso one. Brand new. Guy never used it. He got it and I guess his car took a crap, or I don't know what the whole deal was, but he had it for sale on Marketplace for 200 bucks. I got it for 150 bucks. So I figured an OEM one over an aftermarket one, which is causing me issues, is just something I didn't want to deal with anymore. And I figured I might as well bite the bullet because I am going to need it either way. And a new one is 100 bucks, give or take. So 50 bucks more, it's an OEM one. And hopefully this fixes the issues that I was having. I've had plenty of people tell me that this is the main reason why my number one, my amperage relay, I guess you could say my trigger for the amperage of the little switch, is the reason why it blows, is because probably there's a short somewhere and it's causing too much, and which is why it just blows out the breaker. Second is the surge of the cluster and also my headlights, along with sometimes when I do a pull, I've said it before, where I did a pull and my radio would just shut off until I actually restarted it, would turn it back off and turn it back on, and it would go back to normal. A lot of people told me that it's because of the alternator. So I'm gonna go ahead and change it out to an OEM one, and hopefully this helps fix that issue. Aside from that, I'm still waiting on a few pieces, and those pieces are actually just clamps and more V-band clamps, I guess you can say. So what I ended up getting on one of them so far, I'm still waiting for the rest of them to come in so that I can fabricate the rest of the charge pipes, is I'm running these PQY ones. Unfortunately, if this were the other size, I'd be able to run it right now and get started on it so that I can weld it onto the turbo and get all that situated, and that way we would basically be done, in all honesty. And from there we can move to the motor and taking that to the builder. So I ended up ordering new V-bands. Main reason why is because I just wanted to switch it up a little bit, clean up the engine bay, make it a little bit more appealing for myself, not for anybody else. People may say it's a waste of money. Quite frankly, I really don't care. It didn't cost me really anything. There was it was like 80 bucks, 60 bucks for literally 4 V-bands, and that would clean up the engine bay. And number one, change the styling of it, I guess you could say, because this is the older V-band that I was running. They are PQY ones, and this one actually has a spring clip to where you have to push the button in order to remove it. But these do tend to wear out over time. I've owned the car, I've had the car running for a couple of months, and I've already had a few of these pop off. So I seen that they offered the newer style ones, same brand, same company, and this is the new engineered one. So this one right here is actually a spring-loaded one. So it's same thing, you push it, and then you have to push down on it in order to unlock it. It won't clamp on unless you push it, unclip, and let go, and it's fully locked. So I've already checked it and I've already tested it. It works on it. So I figured it's a win-win. I'm waiting for the 2.5 to show up so that I can get started on it. I already have all the aluminum that I need so that I can get that going, which is I'm gonna cut this into a 45, get that welded onto a V-band of 2.5, and that way we can transition a different way and just make it a lot better, because again, I've already explained it in the last videos. I do want to run a swirl pot later on in the future when I do put the built motor in. For me, it's just what I want, and again, I'm gonna do as I want. But at the end of the day, we got some stuff here now, so let's go ahead and swap out the alternator, get that situated, get the belt on, and then we'll see what else we get into, guys. Alrighty, guys, so old alternator is out and the new one is in. I've also tried to maintain a little bit of being busy. I didn't record it. I didn't want to bore you guys with that, but as you guys can see now, the relay is hanging down. Wires for the battery terminals are loose, and we have the battery back in here. This is where the battery is going to go. I I really don't want to run it underneath the car anymore. Main reason being is because it is a pain in the ass to get to this breaker. Once it trips, having to get out of the car, so on and so forth, which is fine getting out. It's just making sure your tires turn before you can reach your hand in it to recircuit the breaker again, restart it. It's a pain in the ass. So I figured I'd opt to putting it back into the engine bay. Engine bay is gonna be a lot easier for me. Plus, I think it looks a lot better, even with the battery. I'm not gonna lie, it is a Honda battery and everything else, but it's like, thinking about it, it's just more, it's simpler to use it, you know what I'm saying, at least for myself. So I'm going to transfer everything back up to that way, get all that routed once we get the car turned on. But the alternator is in, so what I'm going to work on now is getting the hoses put into place, get all that situated, get that buttoned up, so that we can fill the system with distilled water and water wetter, and that way you can at least start bleeding that and making sure the coolant is going to be okay. From there, we'll go ahead and move on to other things. But for now, let's go ahead and get the hoses back on, get everything situated, and continue making progress on the car to make it 100% complete. All right, guys, so I'm doing the charge harness now, so that way I can at least try to get that out of the way. But I had to modify this plastic piece that goes into the alternator. This usually goes into the back housing down here. Let's see if I can get this with one hand. So this will slide in like this in this location, and that way it can go in. There's only one spot to go downwards. Unfortunately, I have to go upwards, so I had to modify it. And I forgot to actually update you guys. I had a gentleman come down, and he actually put on an electrical here. He put electrical outlets here, and he also added another one behind all my mess back here. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but we have a box back here now, so that way I can run extension cords from over here, and that way I don't have another fucking shipping hazard. I'm not sure if I told you guys about that, but now we got electrical back there, which made it a lot easier to go ahead and connect that instead of having to run this over here, which I still got to remove, and it's just way easier now doing it that way. I do plan on hanging the TV up that way so that I can watch my YouTube in here and whatever I want during the day while I'm working in the car, music, etc. But getting back to what we did, we modified this little piece here to be able to go back onto the alternator. So this should actually just slide right back in with no issues. Let me go ahead and switch hands real quick. There we go. So now it clipped back in. And now the charge harness can go upwards instead of downwards. So you can see how it's going to get routed. It's going to go to the starter. From there, the other one will go ahead and loop backwards, go around the idler pulley, and back to the battery. Alrighty, guys, so I'm doing what I can with what I have right now, and battery is, everything's looking good. Battery bracket is out of the bumper area from the wheel well. I ended up routing the dual fan relay setup down there. I got to make a bracket for it to hold it in place. I have a zip tied for now, but the power for that one is routing through the bottom of the frame all the way up, and then it's routing down here to the power, and then this is the one, the charge harness, running from the main power down here all the way down to the alternator to the starter, so it's bridging off. I just got to add a power wire from here, figure out how I'm going to want this section here, which will probably be like this, so that way I can run straight across power here, and then from here to here, and that way we have just a straight point. It's going to be pretty easy. I got to order new connections, crimp-ons, so that's as far as I can go right now, and then we'll go ahead and handle the ground later on once we get all that in, because I did order new wiring to do everything just to make sure we are 100% solid as far as that goes. But for now, let's go ahead and get the intercooler mounted up into its position, start putting the radiator hoses back in, and then keep moving on. Alrighty guys, so quick update. Intercooler is mounted, top charge pipe mounts perfectly fine still. Radiator hoses are all connected, all tightened down. Everything is locked in place. And then I did put the fans on. Fans are held on by this. This is a second fan that I'm running just for precaution. That's how I did it last time. And I just used zip ties to put it through it, use a zip tie in, cut it off, and it locks it in securely. So that I know we're good on. So now I want to try to see what we can do, try to figure all this out, order what I need, because I did find another V-band clamp, which is hanging from there. But unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut this into a 45 so that I can get this angle away from that filler neck right there, because as I stated before, I want to try to put a fill pot. But do I think that's gonna be possible? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But for the time being, if I have to go like this still straight, then I'll be perfectly fine still with that, and we'll just deal with it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see how we get all this going. Unfortunately, right now, I gotta call it a day for today because I gotta go pick up my daughter, and then I need to go get some stuff situated for the house. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pick back up. Hopefully the other parts do arrive tomorrow so that we can continue making progress and getting all this buttoned up and ready for Armin. I do need to get distilled water, so I'll go get that also, and so we can start filling all that up. But yeah, we'll do all that tomorrow, guys. All right, guys, so managed to go get distilled water because that's what I'm going to be running along with the water wetter. So we're going to go ahead and fill up the cooling system in now, see how that does for now. I can't turn on the car yet because I still got to do the whole charge harness. So something to keep me busy right now because we're still waiting for parts to arrive so we can button up the car. But I am using just distilled water. So what I'm going to do is put one of these completely in. Then I'll go ahead and add the other one, the water wetter in. And what we're gonna be running is the water wetter now. So I put a full gallon of water inside of the fill-up, and now we're gonna go ahead and use, I think it's half that we use, if I'm not mistaken, because I know we didn't use all of it last time on my brother. It basically keeps it cooler, even though we're not running a thermostat on it. So hopefully this works and it helps a little bit more. So we're only gonna add half. A little bit more than half, but I mean, it is what it is. So now let's go ahead and add the rest of the water so that I can get that done. We just showed up with a few things, but it's not my parts that I needed. Something I needed in the damn garage, man, is this fucking stupid mosquito shit, man. I am being bit up like a mofo up out here, and it is not fun. So I ended up ordering. Hopefully this shit works. If you guys have anything that you guys use, or you guys are at for mosquitoes, because I don't really want to put spray on me and shit like that. I just decided to get this shit, and hopefully this will work, because yeah, I'm tired of getting bit up in mosquitoes, man. Hopefully they arrive tomorrow with my other parts, because if not, then, or today, said it should have been arriving today. And then I also ordered new batteries for my GoPro because it's been down and I've been using my phone lately. So we do have another battery charger, batteries, and hopefully we can get back on track with the GoPro. Hopefully this works, and hopefully this keeps away the mosquitoes from me, or at least tries to prevent it, because I've ran it up there also and it doesn't work. so far, so we're gonna give that a chance. But right now I need to pretty much just wait on material to show up. I have my ground cable here, or my junction to my charge harness coming to the alternator, to the starter. All that's wired up, and I'm just gonna have to go get some clips or something to kind of push it out of the way, keep it tight and nice, and that way it doesn't look all out of place. I do have a ground, but need these terminals here, which is what I'm waiting for from Amazon, because the ones that I have here are just way too small and they don't fit, so that's not going to work for me. So waiting for those to show up so that I can continue with the charge harness and get that fully finalized and finished. Alrighty guys, so I stated earlier that I needed, or I was waiting for a shipment from G Development, my hardware, my titanium hardware, and it was supposed to be delivered today. Well, it was delivered. Unfortunately, it was delivered to my old address, and I had to go on a mission to go get it. Thank God I still had a key, an extra key, and I didn't give both my keys to the leasing management last time from the old house. So I had a key still. Thank God it worked. I was able to get into the mailbox, and everything wound up to be the same. And we are 100% golden. Sorry, it's all bouncy. It's like a fucking bouncy house in this truck. And we managed to get it, as I stated. It's down there. So now we're gonna go ahead and go home. Unfortunately, on the last clip, guys, I ended up getting a message today from DYNO Young Static, and unfortunately, guys, he is in the hospital. Alrighty, guys. So as you guys can see, we're in the garage now, and on the last clip, I got cut short. But I was telling you guys that I ended up getting a message from DYNO Young Static, and unfortunately, your boy is gonna have to have surgery, and he is gonna be out of commission for a little bit. I'm not sure how he has his videos set or what's going on, but if I can ask you guys for a favor, just go to his channel, go show him some love, wish him a quick recovery, and hopefully he gets out soon so that he can get back into the garage and once he fully recovers. But also, guys, I want to ask you guys to go ahead and go to his channel, watch some of his videos, just continue supporting him, and hopefully continue some revenue for him so that he can stay afloat meanwhile he recovers, because coming out of a situation that he comes out of, we want to make sure he's good and he can stay alive, so he can continue with his channel and continue with the progress on his cars and his work that he does. So go show him some love, wish him a quick recovery, and I'll let him get into all the full details when he has time or if he feels like it. But again, guys, I don't know what we're really gonna be doing right now, in all honesty. As you guys know, we went to go chase down the hardware, got that already, so I just got to put that into that post mount. Aside from that, put the coil pack bolts on it, and then there isn't really much more I can do right now. I can't really fabricate all of the other stuff because I need those V-bands. That's something else that I'm waiting for, and I don't have them yet. I don't know what's going on with it. So let me go ahead and figure out what we're going to do. Let me go put the hardware into the car real quick, and then we'll see what we get into, man.